What's good, everybody? Shushin here. In this video, I'd like to discuss with you guys with Ultra Instinct Sign Goku. Now, it's been a very hot debate going around the community of discussing like how will this form be implemented in the game, because there's no way they're gonna ignore the transformation or the moment itself that has literally broken the internet, not just anime sites like Crunchyroll, but also NSFW sites as well, which again, it is such an insane thing. And you can make the argument that it is kind of the modern day version of Goku turning into a Super Saiyan, like in the Namek Saga and the anime from the I think the 90s, 1990. I don't know where it came out, but you know what I'm trying to say. Um, so I think the case, I think there's a lot of people that's getting a lot of confusement, but first it's this kind of this TV spot right here. There was like a commercial they released, and like one of the frames, I think it looks that Goku was transforming into Ultra Instinct Sign. Now, I I can definitely see why people think the way it is, but I also do believe, like, I'm conflicted because it could just be Goku in his base form, and like when you're transforming, it just happens to be like your body just kind of glows while doing so. And again, something similar is like when this shot in particular, this is Goku wearing his I think his Devious Broly outfit, I think. Because you notice like the right stuff right here. But the point I'm trying to make is that people think that this is Ultra Instinct Sign, but this is clearly just his blast one. Like, think of it like how back in the day they had like the Saiyan Soul power up to the very limit, full power, and like in Rage and Blast as well. Whenever you do something like this, like kind of like your blast one, it causes like your character to glow for like a short while they're doing that, it's like performing that kind of a power per se, right? But obviously this is not the case. This is just Goku just going as full power in his base state. But regardless, I do think that Ultra Instinct Sign Goku is just has unquestionable odds in showing up, because like I said earlier, it broke the internet. They're not gonna ignore that. And again, the producer did state that which I'll discuss later, like this game is obviously gonna take a lot after the anime, that they're gonna go all the way from the Raditz saga all the way up to the Tournament of Power. Now, I think the first, probably realistic version they'll probably handle Ultra Instinct Sign is that they'll make him a cosmetic for Goku in his Ultra Instinct Ultra Instinct, the silver hair one. Now, again, I don't think it's really out of the ordinary, but I understand why there's people out there that may not exactly agree with this concept, myself included. Given like just the form is just it's different enough that you can definitely distinguish them apart. But again, I feel like in the realistic situation possible, and given that obviously this is gonna go after the anime, they're gonna have to include this form in some way or another. And probably the most realistic option, as I said earlier, is as a skin, which a lot of people seem to believe. Now, I do also believe that they could also make this as a transformation, because now I do want to bring up this character Frieza, because the only other character to have like that many forms is Frieza. As beyond his first state, he had like his second form, his third form, his final form, and his 100% full power form, which is like four transformations on top of his first form. Now the thing with Frieza is that despite having all those forms, he's like he cannot transform into all of them like whenever he chooses. He has to go to them one by one. So let me just look at this frame right now. And I'm sorry, I know it's kind of blurry right here, but if you look at this right here, look, if you look at this shot right here, right, you can only go to them one by one. So what if they did something very similar to this concept? Because I know like in the demo, it shows that we're gonna have like four transformations. I mean, aside from fusions, we're gonna have like four transformations per character as the max. And again, this is easily the spot they'll put Ultra Instinct. But what if they just put in like Ultra Instinct Sign Goku right here, and then when we turn into Ultra Instinct Sign Goku, depending on the situation after that, then we can transform into Mastered Ultra Instinct. I feel like that is kind of something they can probably do. And again, it's not out of the ordinary for that to happen, because again, characters like Frieza, characters like Cell, and even Super Buu, where you can you have to transform into the specific forms, one by one. I think Broly's the only character to have it where you can go straight into his legendary form, or you can go there one by one. Like I know, but Frieza obviously and other villains, like you can only go to like transformations, but like obviously one by one. But I'm saying, they could probably do that for Ultra Instinct Sign. Now, another one that I saw somebody point out, and I wish I kind of had the tweet here, but somebody pointed out like, oh, why don't they just do it where you can transform into both of them, but depending on how much health you have, or depending whatever criteria you have. Now, the way they handle transformations or fusions as a whole in this series is quite simple. You just simply, if you have enough skill points or meet the requirements, like let's say you want to be Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, where you have to be Super Saiyan 4, like in order to do the attack. It's a pretty straightforward process, but they have never really done a transformation uh, as a whole that is depending on like how much health you have. Now, not to say it won't show up, but I don't want to say it will, because again, they have never done that before. But what if they do something similar? Like, let's say, theoretically speaking, just hypothetically, right? Let's say when you have like, let's say like 70 to 100% health, you can turn into Ultra Instinct Sign. And then anything lower be though, like say like 50, 30%, then you can transform into Ultra Instinct, the silver hair one. I mean, I feel that's also something that'd be pretty cool to do, but again, like Goku would be the only character to have this thing. I mean, will they be willing to do that for Goku himself? Because like I feel like if they do that, they gotta at least do that to at least another character. But I feel like, I mean, it's just Goku and they can pretty much get away with it, and I don't think really a lot of people will complain. I feel like the complaint here is when it comes to like competitive matches and stuff like that. But again, that's a different discussion, you know. So, yeah, I just want to put out this video as well because yeah, because Ultimate Tenkaichi, they did something. Yeah, they did this as well. Like, oh, Frieza, you have to turn into a one by one. You can't just go from Frieza first form into just Frieza third form or final form. They're not, you know, just to point that out. But beyond that, now referring back to the episode, if you guys still don't believe it, remember this came out in the this is referred to this episode right here, because this episode, I mean, it came out October 8th, but you know how time zones are very different. Um, but yeah, I mean, it came out as one special. Like, remember this episode 109 and 110, they were bundled into like this. Yeah, like I said before, like a special, like a 1 hour special showing this iconic moment. And again, you have to understand, they would have not done that if it wasn't such a big deal, and it actually paid off very well. Now, you may be wondering, well, they're basically the same thing. Why bother even doing it? Does Ultra Instinct Sign have anything different that he can tell apart from the completed version? Well, there's actually a lot I can say. So let me actually go to the gallery real quick. So let's go to Goku. Then let's go to gallery real quick. And then let's go to... I'm just going to go here just to make it easier. Okay, so let me just scroll up a bit. Just let me just go to the gallery. Let me go. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. Okay. So yeah, this is Goku, you know, turning Super Saiyan Blue, Kaioken, yada yada yada. So okay, let's look at this. Right, this can serve as like a counter attack or something. Which I'm gonna discuss it later, because if you guys think I'm going crazy, then hold up, because like this thing I know can be something. This, I know he did like that one punch attack. Let me see. I get that. This from right here. Dokkan Battle, they did like a super attack for like the Ent version. They made it like Goku was like launching like this attack from like afar or something. And I think they added like a Kamehameha alongside it. This can also be probably like an ultimate attack or something. But again, this is another move there. I just don't see them skipping on. The Kefla fight. I mean, yo, this was such a pivotal moment, yo. This was a big, massive moment. I mean, what is it? Oh yeah, this thing he does. Let me see. Yeah, this can be like a counter. Like, let's say you're spamming like key attacks, and then he kind of just slaps it with his hands and just avoids it all. I mean, that can also be a counter attack they can probably do. You know, the dodge is obviously going to be part of his ingrained skill set. This can also be something really cool where you know, you attack him, he does a cool attack counter, he goes behind you, he slams you in the back, and then, you know, boom. I mean, again, this has a lot of potential into being a part of his moveset. Oh, and let's not forget this. Divine Kamehameha. Divine Kamehameha. Yeah. I mean, they can do it. I mean, actually, let me go further into it, because let me see, Divine. Yeah, Divine Kamehameha. Yeah, you see, like this attack, they're not gonna miss this dude. Everybody and their mothers knew how crazy this scene is. Like, he was performing a Kamehameha and rolling it on her like her Ki Blast attack. I mean, dude, that was iconic. That was insane, yo. They're not, you know. Another one they can also pull off one is I said I don't think I mentioned it. Was Soaring Fist. Again, this is another one they can easily do. I know he did this as well, but again, he did it first, so. um, I mean, yeah, again, and again, that's not even touching the manga because the manga themselves, I mean, they can also take moves from like, cause he used his move in the Moro arc, the form itself. He also used True Ultra Instinct Goku because the thing about let me actually find this True Ultra. Let me see. Okay, right here. I mean, look, at the end of the day, it looks like the exact same shit as Ultra Instinct Sign. So, I mean, and they have done manga boosts before, so I feel like it's not out of the table. You know, I wouldn't say it's out of the table that they can also pull a move from also like all the way up to like the Gurno arc, for example. Or like this kick as well. I mean, that could be pretty cool for them to add. But again, if you really think that like this is just he doesn't deserve it. I mean, let's look at Xenoverse. Xenoverse, I get it's another arena fighter. Obviously, it's more online MMO, than not. But again, the argument still stands because remember, they had this thing. They have the Kantang ZD vote. I think this was like in I think it was like in 2020 or 2021 where they did this. I don't remember the year, but I remember. And keep in mind, this was released. This voting thing was released after because if you look at it right after Ultra Instinct Goku, because remember that character pack he released in February 28th, 2018, 2018, and despite the having the ability to have other like unique characters, guess who was the top choice? Yo, they just like you see what I'm trying to say. Like it's not even just like he's just a reskin. He could just be a skin. It's just like you have to look at it from like a marketing standpoint, just the amount of potential they could do. Because even that Bandai still decided to capitalize it and still kind of make his standalone character. But who's to say that won't be any different with Sparking Zero, where they can actually add him in the game as a transformation? Because there's no way they're gonna miss him out. There's definitely a lot of source material. Because guess what? If Ultra Instinct Sun, the Silver Hair came out 2018, right? And then you look at this one came out in which one it is? Yeah, 2022, July 7th, 2022. 4 years, man. 4 years after that, and like the fact they're still pumping out DLC really goes to show like it doesn't matter. Like that, the whole argument that there's no point of adding him in the game, it just falls flat. It falls flat. And like just look at his moveset real quick, right? Look at his moveset. I mean the Spirit Pulse. He had the, like I said earlier, that thing he did on Jiren, that like kind of he just floats in the air. He does like the barrage of punches and kicks on him. What else can they do? They added the again Divine Kamehameha, something they can easily apply. I mean, way too iconic for them to ignore. What is this? This is the this is like the Kamehameha I was talking about earlier. Like in Dokkan, they had like I know this was like his super attack. They can easily. I think this was from the first Jiren fight, if I remember correctly. They can also do that. This can easily be like his ultimate attack or something. I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, there's just a lot of potential they can do. And again, that's not even touching like the manga stuff earlier. And if you guys think like, look, Heroes as of recently, they give the Silver Hair Goku Dragon Fist. Now, not to say that Dragon Fist will be in the game for this form, but I'm trying to show you guys that them creating like even like original movesets, things that have not been seen either in the anime or manga, they can come up with new stuff. They can come up with new stuff. Like look at this, man. Look at that. Who's to say they're not gonna do something new and something very radical to make Ultra Instinct Sign Goku stand out even further, you know? Now, obviously, he's already confirmed in the game. There's definitely a lot of source material they can pull up. Like that fight he had with Jiren, Fem fighting Jiren like full power. that has a lot of moves and so certain material they can really pull off from. It's just like I'm just trying to specifically focus on the signed version, you know. So yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think it's really believable to say like, oh, Bandai or at least this game is gonna skip this form. You know, they're not gonna skip. They're not gonna skip this form. This form has a lot of potential. You know, Bandai knows they want money. You know, they wanna make a lot of money from this game, and they know how they can kind of exploit people's nostalgia, love for many characters. But this is definitely one of the things. One of the things that it will be stupid for them to just ignore at all because like broken the internet, the iconic fights, the source material, the relevancy he has, even extending to the manga itself. They're not gonna ignore this at all. They're not. It's just no way, Jose. They're gonna do that, you know. Let's see. Oh yeah, this can be like a kind of his blast one, he just powers up something. They can do that. They can easily add this as well. Like he just pumps up. I mean, just look at this, man. Unspeakable rawness right there. But yeah, so I mean, realistically speaking, if he's gonna be a skin, it is what it is. It is what it is. But if I do hope that he's a skin, I do hope that we can actually see like a difference. Like I want to see like us actually transform into him, like in the anime. Like let's say I want to play as like let me just go to the Japanese website. Like let's say I want to be like Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and like let's say I'm Kaioken while doing it. So I want to do something similar. Like I want to do something similar where I turn into the signed version. I want to do that. Like I want to do that. That'll be so cool. And it's just like the amount of potential it can add to the game. It's just it's insane. It's very much insane because without a doubt, this game is gonna be one to remember by. This is definitely, arguably, the most hyped Dragon Ball game in a long time. I mean, and they have a lot of DLCs, a lot of DLC packs and stuff like that. Now the worst case scenario actually is that they actually skip on that form, and then make him a DLC because I know games like Xenoverse. If you look at their DLC pack, and again, I hate them doing this, but we have to keep that in mind because this is the same company, the same publisher that had Vegito. Like this game had already had Vegito and like Kid Buu in the game, and they fucking made Buhan DLC. Let me see. They made Buhan and the Bura DLC. That's like it's ridiculous. They did that, But we have to keep that in mind. Now, I don't think he's gonna be a DLC. But I think the realistic expectation is that he'll be a cosmetic. But would they consider having this guy be like part of your moveset? Like, oh, I can transform into like kind of like Frieza, like one at a time. I mean, that's also something to take into account because they did that with Frieza. They did that with Cell. They did that with Majin Buu. They can do the same thing for Goku. It's theoretically possible. Again, I'm not a game developer. There could be things that they cannot probably do, but I'm just going to point it out because I'm just drawing other examples from other characters. If another character can do this, then I just don't see how it'll be any different for Goku. But again, they may not consider doing it. They may just completely omit this notion right there. Or it could just be dependent on your health. Now, I think the health depending on, well, I think it is a very, very cool concept, and I'm not personally against it. I can see why they will probably skip that one. Probably for competitive reasons, but I think I don't know because I mean who really knows? Maybe they're actually saving it for a trailer other than that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think how they handle Ultra Instinct Sign Goku. Do you guys care about it? Do you guys don't really care about how they handle it? Do you think he'll be a cosmetic or skin? Do you think he'll be part of like another transformation, like another individual transformation from Goku Super right here? Let me know what you guys think. And if you guys like the content you see, please consider subscribing. Let me know what you guys think, agree or disagree. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. And yeah, let's hope Bandai adds this form because there's no way they're gonna skip him out. And yeah, other than that, guys, take care. Have an excellent rest of your day. And yeah, stay Hoshini. See ya.